Give us, I guess, a catch-up on what's happened in a very robust 2 days of Vuyo. Yeah, there were no punches held back today, tough talking, but there was a declaration at the end of it.
Yes, Peter, there was indeed a declaration that was read by Cosatu's acting General Secretary, Beki Njalinjali. It was quite a substantial document because he took quite a while to read it, but it was disappointing in probably a couple of respects. And certainly one of those is the fact that it didn't capture, it didn't give us any insights, those of us who were, of course, barred from attending those crucial sessions yesterday that we are told deliberated on the core issues of this conference. The declaration says very little, and so it doesn't even begin to speak to the nuanced stuff that presumably were the reasons we were barred from those sessions in the first place. So yes, there was a declaration, but it was basically Cosatu recommitting itself to issues that it was supposed to have taken years ago, in fact. So disappointing in that regard, but yes, there was a declaration, but as to how far it will advance the core of the agenda of the past 2 days, that remains to be seen. Perhaps the political committee that has been tasked with actually taking that declaration forward will give flesh or give some details that will hopefully clarify certain things or give us a better sense of what it was that was discussed yesterday that most of us were not privy to.
All right. Yesterday, the NUMSA, the so-called NUMSA faction, were pretty much silenced, outvoted. Did they get a voice today in any way?
Well, there were some, howlings here and there of from obviously a very dissatisfied lot, and I mean that shouldn't have come as a surprise, but not to the extent that it could disrupt the conference. But a significant development, perhaps, is the fact that this afternoon the same unions, disgruntled unions that were obviously not impressed with the outcome, have actually associated themselves with a statement that was issued this afternoon, which said that they are going to be meeting tonight to discuss or chart a way forward. I did speak to both camps. I spoke a short while ago to Cosatu President Stumo Dlamini about that development, and he said he doesn't think that is going to help them, and he thinks they missed an opportunity. They should have raised the issues that they would have wanted to raise, even at a time when the declaration was raised. They were among the unions that stood up to actually add or subtract from what was said in the declaration, and they didn't raise any substantive issues. On the other hand, I did speak to Katishi Masemula, who's the General Secretary of one of the unions that associated themselves with the statement that says they are meeting tonight to discuss a way forward. He did indeed admit that they were part of that statement, and that statement in essence nullifies their participation here because they seem to disagree with virtually everything that was said here. So what is going to be their next step? We will hopefully hear from tomorrow at the earliest, but they are a very unhappy lot, and they did say that they are going to stay the course, and they are adamant that they will be able to raise the issues that they are unhappy about come the ordinary conference of Cosatu in November, and that is where we are told the issue of NUMSA's expulsion as well as Zwelinzima Vavi's expulsion will be firmly and squarely on the table, and they believe that is where a bigger fight will be fought. But a lot of people doubt that because they are being defeated here probably suggests that they may not have the requisite number, energy, and everything that goes with being able to raise the issues that they want to raise and win.
All right, and that's where we're going to have to leave it. Our contributing editor, Vuyo Mvoko, speaking there from Midrand. 6 million rand, and 2 days later, and some might say we're not a step closer to unity in that federation.